Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hey, I want to get straight into it. I know a lot of you seen the story that JPMorgan is claimed that the real price of Bitcoin, a reasonable price of Bitcoin, is $38,000. That's 28% higher than it is right now, which currently is right under $29,000 or right at $29,000. So they're saying it's worth 28%, I think was the figure, more than it's actually selling at right now. That could 20% in the original in the traditional stock market is like party time. 28% in crypto is like what happened? Like it's not a big deal, but the amount that it brings into the market sparks what FOMO is, and you know what FOMO is. People see things happen and they start to all pile in, and that makes the pump much huger than it was. So with JP Morgan saying that, that makes me do a couple things. That makes me say, let's look at what they're about, what are they doing, and let's look at what that can do for other parts of the market. Everything I do, I'm skeptical of everybody with big money, every entity that has the power to move the needle. So really quickly, I just want to look at them a little bit and see what I think this is going to do here. So the first thing I see is they gave their reasonable price for Bitcoin, 38,000. 28% pump from where it is today. That alone can spark the market. I think that's awesome. What they also said, this is the more important part to me. The cryptocurrencies has surpassed real estate as one of its favorite alternative assets. So, tricky wording. It surpassed real estate as one of its favorite assets. So it doesn't necessarily mean number one, it passed real estate. Maybe real estate's been up for so long that's no longer one of their higher gaining things. So I don't know. There's a lot of ways to play that. By making this statement, you can't just say this kind of stuff. Even if you're a YouTuber who gets two people looking at your videos, if you say the wrong thing politically, you will get skewered by people. They will find your video to hate on you. They wouldn't like you in the first place. But the fact that you said something that they can chew you out over, they will come for you. So you know you cannot be an entity the size of the financial market as JP Morgan and make a statement that you can't back 100% with cinder block. Okay? So they legitimizing Bitcoin in my opinion. I didn't need it. You know, Bitcoin didn't. Bitcoin people don't need legitimizing, but for the financial world and people who don't trust it or they might think it's not legit yet, this is big. Second, what's their deal? Because something you notice when you bring big money into crypto, everybody wants big money because it pumps the bags. It brings more money into it, which brings more value into all the coins and tokens. But it also comes with the janky stuff. And now big money comes in and they start throwing around big cash. They also throw around big rules. So it changes how people like, I want your money, but not your rules. Like nothing in the world ever works like that. So you, so you either take the money and you take the things that come with it, or you say, I don't want the money. I'll just stay with my freedom and my decentralization. I'm a decentralization man, but I can't lie. Like if the money comes in heavy, I'm willing to listen. Like what's your rules? What's your rules? Like I'll talk to you because I want that money in here. Are they in any other crypto? Are they in any crypto thing? Well, first of all, I already know the answer is yeah, but this is just how I think. What are they into? What's their thing? Perhaps they bought too high and they're trying to drive the price up to balance out their investment. Like say if they bought in at 50K. Or did they buy in early and want to get into something else and want to get out of crypto? So they're trying to build up exit liquidity so they can get people in and cash out of their stuff and do what they want to do with it. I don't know what their deal is, but I would ask normally. I'll go to Google and say, hey, what in crypto is JP Morgan involved in? So I'll look at that. Boom. And I find out that JP Morgan becomes the first to open a bank in the metaverse. Man, JP Morgan's not bullshitting. They opened a bank in the metaverse. What's really funny is I wonder if I could even get a loan in the metaverse because I know I can't in real life, but I don't think they will mess with me. But that's cool. Okay, maybe they have their feet in concrete and not, just in sand. So maybe they're here, and that's kind of a good sign too. Now, what else do I think about? If JP Morgan's getting in the game, they're big in the financial. the regular financial, traditional finances, what kind of money do they actually even have? Like, is this even big? Do I care? So let's look at their actual, not their assets and not their all. How much cash do they have on hand? Like, how much can they really just rip off and throw a brother? Okay, so it turns out that Google says JPMorgan Chase had cash on hand in 2019 was 882 billion with a B. Not bad. That's kind of almost as much as me. And then in 2020, they had 1.327 trillion. They had an awesome 2019 because 2020 they came up 50% bump. And then in 2021, their cash assets on hand, the cash on hand was 1.436 trillion with the T. Okay, so they no slouch. They got $1.5 trillion. They're loaded, and they can affect this market crazy. Turns out that right this very minute, the market cap is under of all cryptocurrency is $1.3 trillion. Now that's at least, Bitcoin is always usually 30-40% of that whole, Bitcoin dominance. That's how much of the market is Bitcoin's actual thing. So Bitcoin dominance is usually around 30-40%. I haven't even checked in a while since it's been bear for so long. Bitcoin dominance is always going to be higher because people, when everything crumbles, you just go to Bitcoin. So it has more of the thing. But anyway, 1.3 trillion right now is the market cap of all cryptocurrency. JP Morgan essentially, if they wanted to double the entire cryptocurrency market. Now they won't double it, but perhaps they put 1% in. Since this is their new favored alternative asset class, or however they worded that really weird specific quote. But if they put 1% into their new favored alternative class, there would be $14 billion new infusion into the game. And by the way, I forgot to ask you this. I hate to even ask you this in videos, but if you could press the like if you're entertained, that would be amazing. That helps me a lot. I'm a small guy in this game, and I'm trying to get eyes. And if you like how I tell the story, or if you think I'm so off it's ridiculous and you want to lambaste me every time I post a video, then you got to subscribe for that. So then you can see when I get new videos out, and you can come and tell me what you have about it. And you might get a little back and forth and bite off a little argument that I don't know if you're ready for. So overall, JP Morgan gave Bitcoin a big boost. I think maybe Friday will be a big boost. Now, I don't know what's going to happen over the weekend because the weekends have been wonky lately. Crypto usually crashes on the weekend, and then Sunday for me, Eastern time at 6 o'clock p.m., it takes back off. And 6 o'clock p.m., for the 6 o'clock p.m. on Sunday night, it's 6 in the morning Sunday morning for India. They just waking up. And then China is waking up after that, and Russia. It starts Sunday night at 6 o'clock for me. That's when I'm used to seeing the tick. And then it starts to go back up for the week. So I'm not sure what's going to happen on the weekend. I think by Friday, it's going to be pumping. This news is good. I'm taking this as all bullish. And I'm taking it with as honest as you can be, I guess, when you're dealing with money people. From JP Morgan, I think this is honestly just bullish with no side things. I'm sure they want to pump their bags too, but I don't think to the detriment of the average investor. So that's all I have, but I hope I at least entertained you in my talk, and I hope you have a good rest of the work week and a good weekend, and I hope you make some money out there. All right, guys, take care.